What's good, college football gamers? My name is Fenler, and it's my honor to be presented today by the EA Sports Creator Network for this early access College Football 25 video. Keep in mind that everything you see here today has been captured on a pre-release build and is indeed still a work in progress. In this video, I'm checking out the brand new mini games fresh for EA Sports College Football 25, but more specifically, the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is back. It's a run of every mini game and all of the variations that are in the game, and I am after gold. Here's how it went. So I do indeed fancy myself a gamer, right? Nonetheless, mini games is honestly one of the places I started when I got my early access copy of College Football 25. Gave me a feel for the new locomotion, new passing system, how to kind of feather those footballs in a little better. And you see the golds. I put in a complaint about target passing sudden death. I don't actually think that one is possible to get gold. Hopefully one of y'all can prove me wrong once this thing drops and you tap in here as well. But here's the Gauntlet. You got your familiar categories for mini games, but then there's this behemoth. You can read the descriptions for yourself. Essentially, you have 3 lives to play with here. Basically, failing a condition that you're given will cost you a life. And every once in a while, you'll get bonus levels that if you meet those conditions, you'll gain a bonus life, which are going to be massively important. So far, I mean, you've seen these mini games before. Chase and tackle is back. Pass Skelly is back. Early on, you'll have relatively mundane conditions to not lose a life. Get 5 yards in rushing attack, or just throw a completion and pass Skelly. As rounds get up, though, those conditions change. What used to have been a completion now is a touchdown to avoid losing a life. So the game will get significantly harder as the rounds go. It's certainly to our advantage to stack up bonus lives as best we can. And speaking of which, there goes our first one on a little variation of rushing attack where you're taking the fullback and you need to make contact with a defender to avoid losing a life. A little take on trench battle here. And here goes our first bonus challenge, King of the Hill. So an opportunity for a bonus life. We already dropped 1. We're down to 2. If we could wait out this clock. I love how much they did with minigames this year. They have so many variations like this. Even I know that you'll see a little bit later in the video here as well. Even as rounds go up, you'll have more hazards and obstacles in some of these simpler mini games to make them not quite as simple as they were. But we're grinding here. We got our 3rd life back. Score top right corner there. We're just shy of 6,000, and you see in the meantime, in between times, a gold is 50,000 points. The beauty of editing is that it's gonna probably seem to you like I might have done this on my first try. Maybe you're a little sharper, and you noticed on my minigame selection screen that I have a silver on Gauntlet. I would be remiss if I didn't admit to you here, chat, that this has taken me the better part of 2 hours, I would say. It turns out to be a battle of attrition. Another one of my favorite minigame riffs here. Playing some Pass Pro. Tennis ball's not exactly threatening, but you can't go in that little red circle around your quarterback either. They call it his personal space. You got to maintain his personal bubble. So we're working away. We got another bonus challenge opportunity. Jackpot. We used to call this one 500. But you got a catch zone you got to get down to. And if you can make the catch, which we do not, against all odds, pretty much throw it directly and only at our dome pieces. Looking foolish out here nonetheless. But now holding strong with 2 lives left on what would turn into our glorious run. You could probably see just how many variations of similar or familiar mini games that you've seen before they've implemented here. Now, similar thing with the catch zone. We have 1 defender. A little later, you'll see it with 3. I found that this was very helpful to get a grip on the slight differences in the new locomotion, how this game is gonna feel different on intricate levels than, say, Madden does, or certainly NCAA 14. And especially if you've ever been a franchise player, a lot of these mini games will look familiar, but they've found some cool ways to step up the challenge and step up the difficulty. This is one of my favorite new ones here. It's blocked by our creator network watermark up top there, but you got a little timer that's counting down, ready to let you out of the gate. Here we go. I'm keeping my fat finger off a turbo here for now. A little bit of life. We making this? Loop around. Ah, big finish. 325. Score just ticking up slowly. Here goes a bonus opportunity. 2 lives, so we need it. This one's easy when you do it well, and then once you get beamed by one of these tennis balls, here we go. It's gonna send you back to the drawing board. Here goes rushing attack with a couple extra defenders plus those spinning hazards in the field. Better than halfway there now. Chase and tackle. Getting a little dicier though. Closer to the goal line. Now you need to not give up a touchdown to avoid losing a life. Here goes a little bit of offensive stick. Or more specifically, the lack thereof. I'm going to be brutally honest. Style and profiling over the goal line, no. So we saw earlier, target passing was just kind of the standard issue mini game. This one is the death of me. Moving targets, feel like you could barely see them. I can't make a read in a library, generally speaking. Give me rushing attack on repeat. Pass Skelly. Now we need touchdowns to avoid losing lives. Starting to get there. 31K and counting. Similarly here, not enough to just stop a completion. In these later rounds, you need to stop any yards at all, and a bonus opportunity for us here. This one feels like just a little bit of luck of the draw, honestly. We got it in the red, bailed out, that it's through the uprights anyway, and hitting a target. Now we're looking good. Now we're starting to look good. We've seen wide out battle. How about some on-field hazards for your time? Get to the hot spot, make a play. And here goes a stepped-up version of that drill we saw just a couple minutes ago. Here goes the boss battle sidewinder. Full field and a big old 20-second countdown. You got to plan out your route a little bit. Let's see if number 5 can get this done. Hold up. Let me out. Let me out. You better let me out this gate. Big dog can't eat. Big dog can't eat. Okay, and agility. Back cross field. Uh-oh, hold up. Give us a last spot. No problem for us. Pardon me. Excuse me. I need some information. Plant a foot then. You see it? Powerful. Agile. Hostile. Mobile. All that. Come on, man. They're making it easy for us at the end here. Now we're getting there, and it's getting sweaty, okay? First time I even have an opportunity at this in almost 2 hours of gameplay, and they give me DB battle for the first time in round 31. Thankfully, luck our way into a stop. Another cool new minigame here is Scramble Survival. I feel like one of these pros making Joes look foolish in online head-to-head. You need to escape the pocket before the timer runs out, and then essentially run around a little bit and find somebody. Yeah, that's what we called it. 500. They called our last version Jackpot. But stakes are up again. Now you need to make these catches to avoid losing a life. We did not make the catch. And I also told you a lie. That was a bonus round. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Really what it was is I'm just so amped up by this point. Make sure we get the field goal right. Yay! Almost, but not quite. That one did indeed cost us a life. And we don't need much here. Here goes a bonus round. If you roll your punt through any of the +1s, you'll get bonus lives for that. And bless me. 4 lives. We're so back. We need a boss battle, and we're going to be good here. Wide out battle. Get to a hot spot to avoid losing a life. We can do that. 400's our sweet spot. Give me those. About 3K left. Here goes Skelly. Upgraded Skelly. Now we need touchdowns to finish these. Can we find one? Beaten cover 2 there. Bait the flat end just a little bit. Jump cut drill. This is one of my favorites. I really like those long field kind of avoiding obstacle types. one is great for trying to figure out, look at me looking so stupid. Kind of had to pluck through the offensive line, find your gap, and get the heck out of there. And it's down to the wire now. We have all 3 lives remaining. This is by far the best performance I was able to put together in a gauntlet. More than once, I'm banging restart at literally game 1. And here you go, chat. For your money, they shrunk us down. Does it matter? No. It's not the size of the dog. It's not the size of the dog. You need to remember that. It's the fight in your heart. GG's 50K. I'm going to speed up the tail end of this thing. We were actually able to finish with a pretty good high score. Here goes the rest of our 3 lives. Make it double time.
Exact. Ready, go. Here we go. Let's go. Easy. Go. Here we go. Bang. Dang. Get ready. Elbow. Fire. Ready.
So there's your challenge, gamers. Over 80,000 points on Gauntlet. We locked up our gold. So much fun on the brand new minigames and just so many versions and varieties. You're not going to see them all until you play through a couple of times. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.